Okay, let me see. Can I hear me now? Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? Okay, I've been talking. That's crazy. I've been talking this. I've been talking this whole time, and now, yeah, I can hear myself now. Okay, that's crazy. Okay, let me start. Let me start over from the top. You see, the stream is already, it's already going crazy. But hey, that's like the live stuff. Okay, appreciate it, appreciate it. Okay, I saying that the stream, the reason I started off, I had to delete the stream and start over is because the stream key thing, I forgot about that. My own channel, since I'm the owner of my own channel, I can just go like directly from the software and just go straight up on there when you sign in. But since I'm a manager on this channel, I have to get the stream key and then the URL link, the link it, and it kept saying error because I had the wrong link or the wrong key. So I had to delete it and start over. So now I'm here with some stuff, of course. Who's that? So you're my inspiration. That's my sister Paris. It's her birthday today as well. But yeah, I was saying Paranormal in the Funhouse said his question was, do you think the Steelers bring back Mike Williams and Van Jefferson as depth? And if GP is still on the team, do you think what receiver do you think they add at number one and number two? I think Mike Williams and Van Jefferson is most likely on the way out because Mike Williams, he was utilized a little bit with the Steelers, but they didn't really utilize him a lot. Remember the Commanders game? He had the big touchdown, of course. And then you look at the game. I'm trying to see what else game he had a big play. I'm trying to see. He had a touchdown against somebody. It might have been the Ravens or somebody. I know he had another touchdown this season, but Mike Williams didn't get utilized a lot throughout the year, so he might be going somewhere else where somebody can actually utilize him and actually, like put him in different positions and on different spots around the field. Van Jefferson played better, but he's not what the Steelers need right now. The Steelers need to get some guys who can be consistent depth pieces, not guys who just play one good game and disappear 5 games and then come back. So I think most likely those guys will be on the way out. The two guys I like the Steelers to bring in as depth purposes, I want to see us bring in Godwin. Godwin would be more like a number one, number two option, which answer his second question about GP. GP most likely going to stay here. People keep having that little trade rumor about GP getting traded. I don't think it's going to happen. I'm going to discuss that in a video later this week, but I don't think it's going to happen. GP probably going to stay with Pittsburgh. They probably extend him, and you bring in a veteran. You need to bring a veteran in the locker room. Bring a Chris Godwin in the locker room. Bring somebody else in the locker room that kind of help GP and kind of help the young receiver room we have. I think you bring Godwin in, maybe Darius Slayton as well as another piece I think you can bring in as a depth piece and as a veteran piece, been in the league for a while, been consistently solid as well for a while. You add Chris Godwin and Darius Slayton, maybe draft another receiver as well, like that. If you do that, if you go that approach of drafting a receiver, if you already have Chris Godwin and Darius Slayton, you can probably wait till like the later rounds to get one of those receivers. But if you want to go approach it like I'm just gonna bring one of those guys in, you can always draft a guy high up to see what happens too as well. So a lot of guys in this draft, Luther Burdens, Emike Ibukas, and all different individuals. Trey Harris, McMillan probably gonna be gone by pick number 5. But it's a lot of guys in this draft you can probably bring up and stuff. He said Claypool is the answer. Definitely not. Claypool is not the answer. Claypool is Claypool still in Canada? I think he might be still in Canada. I know Claypool was in Canada for a little bit, and he was in like the CFL. He got to the Buffalo Bills. He has the potential. It's crazy because like he's 6'5", 6'5". He run a 4.4. He has the potential to be a polarizing, player on the outside and stuff, a playmaker. He did it in rookie season too as well. He scored 11 touchdowns, 800 yards, second year, 800 yards. But then it just like never got past that. He never was able to jump like that and all the antics. I still have that PTSD, like war flashbacks of the Vikings game where he just turned like that. We have no timeouts. We don't have any timeouts. He'll catch a first down and pose like that, wasting seconds off the clock. Then the ball bounced on the ground. He got to get the ball and stuff. It's all crazy. He said the offensive line and D line needs bolstering. Yes. The O line, I think when Trevor Tanu, like the O line did a pretty good job after the injuries happened. But when Trevor Tanu comes back to fill in, and Broderick Jones moving back to his regular spot going to help out a lot. But we could go younger a little bit because I didn't see Amalu. He's cool and all, but he had a lot of penalties this year. And, he has some injuries as well. He's getting older. He's 31 now like that. 31 not old in real life, but in football, when you get in your 30s, that's when they start looking to replace you. So I think you can probably go younger, maybe add a piece, another guard like that. McCormick did a good job. Frazier was good too as well. So maybe add a your line. You can always add to be able to win in the trenches. If you can't win in the trenches, you're not going to win any game. And D-line, we definitely need another nose tackle. I like, what is his name? Milton Williams from the Eagles. He's going to be a free agent. He's coming off of a year where he had 5 sacks, played pretty good defense. Jalen Hargrave is a free agent as well. He was a Pittsburgh Steeler before, of course, the 49ers, the Eagles, and stuff as well. So I would either one of those guys come back would be nice. So we need to add some more depth up the middle. But I think let's see what question I was on. Yeah, I think the Steelers don't bring back Mike Williams and Van Jefferson. I think GP will be here and they just add another guy, add a veteran guy, Chris Godwin or somebody, and you'll be cool now. Okay, let's see the next thing. He's asked about Warren. I think, yeah, Jalen Warren. Yeah, he said, "Will the Steelers bring back Warren as a number one running back and add him somebody else to add with them, or would they do something else?" I think I read that wrong. Yeah, will the Steelers bring back Warren, and who would they bring to pair with them? There you go. Yeah. I think Warren comes back maybe, but I wouldn't like Warren to be, what do you say? Maybe another tackle at third or fourth in case Roger continues to slump. Yes. Add another tackle for depth pieces. Because I think Broderick Jones is going to be good on the left side, but yeah, like you said, just in case he started to get slumped. It says Ezekiel Elliott. I'm not. We're not getting Ezekiel Elliott. Oh no, I see that man. He had 1 yard. He had one attempt for 2 yards in the playoffs. We're not getting Ezekiel Elliott. We can't get Ezekiel Elliott. I ain't going that route. That'd be crazy. He said, "Getting rid of GP will make an even bigger hole anyway. Van Wilder's probably gone." Yes. I think GP, you got to keep him around. I know he has his antics and stuff, but all he needs is a veteran presence. You know, GP is the veteran of our locker room. He's only not locker room, but veteran of our receiver room. And he's only 24, 25, so you need to add a veteran presence in there, somebody who can teach him. Chris Godwin, who's 28 years old, former All-Pro, former Pro Bowler, Super Bowl champion. He'd be a free agent. Bring him in. Bring a guy in like that we can learn from like that. He can learn some stuff from him like that and kind of mold him to being that elite level receiver we know he can be. I think that'd be good. Yeah, but Warren will probably be back maybe if it depends. But if, in my opinion, I think you should let Warren go. Because I hope Najee Harris come back, because Najee Harris is a back that you can have all downs. A power back had missed the game, 4 straight 1,000-yard seasons is not easy. People always say, well, it's easy. All you got to do is put up 65 yards a game. Well, if that was the case, why everybody don't have those 1,000 yards? And they'll bring up they don't get as many touches as Najee Harris gets. And then you tell them, well, Najee Harris is durable enough to get those many touches because he's always healthy and he's always available. Now, some wood before he gets injured. That we paying him $11 million a year or something around that range, and then you bring maybe another guy in the draft like that to be paired with Najee, because Warren is cool and all, but the injuries, of course, and also there's a lot of backs who can do the same thing he can do in the draft, and you can go fresh legs too as well. I like Warren, but if they was to go in the draft and say, hey, we can get somebody with fresh legs who will be cheaper, just bring a guy in like that. Okay, moving on next. The question Miss Classy has here, 2 questions from friends. Is it time for a new head coach? A new head coach. The Steelers. He said, I'll take Le'Veon Bell over Zeke right now. Yeah. Le'Veon Bell might have a little juice still left in him like that. He might not be too popular with people, of course. In the moment, him or Antonio Brown are really popular with anybody like that. That's why they have the lead. But Le'Veon Bell definitely had more bursts than Ezekiel Elliott guys. Ezekiel Elliott was very good. It just the injuries, the wear and tear, they overused him. The wear and tear on his body, his knees started deteriorating a little bit. His hip got messed up. Shoulder and everything was messed up, so it just got bad. But I feel like the Steelers coaching position right now with Coach Tomlin, like I mentioned to people many times before, I kept saying Coach Tomlin not going to leave. Coach Tomlin already reiterated many times and said that I'm going to be the Steelers head coach, going to retire as the Steelers head coach as well. So I doubt Coach Tomlin will ever leave and be like, oh, I'm going to go somewhere else and be on a different team. Coach Tomlin is a amazing coach. I know he has lost a little bit of the juice the past few years like that, the 6 playoff losses we have straight. But I think Coach Tomlin coming back, I'm not against it or anything. I feel like Coach Tomlin just need to revamp what he knows like that. I feel like Coach Tomlin just kind of got into a stale state a little bit, and he kind of need to revamp the way we approach things. Instead of trying to win like the old school style through defense and running the football, he need to start winning and switching things up. Look at all the other coaches switching things up around, and they're like, okay, I can't win this way. I need to switch it up and bring maybe a different approach, be more offensive minded like that. Of course, the defense is still be good, of course, but be more offensive minded, spend some money on offense and make some big moves like that. Stop being conservative, because we play very conservative as a Steelers team. We don't go for it on 4th down. We don't do certain things. We don't have the talent enough surrounding the offense. So I think Coach Tomlin needs to revamp the whole culture, what we know, the whole standard, what we know, and kind of get back to being like a something different. Like when the Killer Bees era, that's when it was different a little bit. We was able to compete too and fit in the modern time. But for some reason, we kind of revert back to our old selves of being this old school team. So we need to get up with times and get a quarterback who's dual threat, get some flashy receivers, get some guys who the old lineman who can move like that, who can pull the guard out to the outside, they can do different things like that. We can get some different individuals who can open up this offense. I think Coach Tomlin knows that, and he's been mentioning that many times as well. And we don't see in free agency what him and Omar Khan does to add some stuff to our roster. He said, I'm 50-50 on Najee and Warren. Both great dudes. Yep. So Coach T needs to give a power on defense and bring someone else. Yes, exactly, too, as well. Like, he got to revamp everything he knows. Like, it's not working anymore. Like, I know Coach T, at one point, was very good at calling defenses, the defense being good, but I know now I got Terrell Austin in as a coordinator, but Coach T does have a heavy input on the defense. But I feel like Coach T got to go ahead and, like, take his hands back and say, okay, I tried it this way for a long time. We're going to do it your way, like that. So I always remember that episode Daredevil. Remember when Matt was trying to, Foggy was trying to get him to do it the right way through the justice system and stuff. And Matt was like, nah, we got to do it this way. And then he said, okay, Foggy, we'll do your way first. And Foggy tried to do it his way, and then they ended up killing the police officer. And then Matt said, okay, we tried your way. We're going to do it my way now. And he went in there, and he handled business, and they got it done, too. He took Kingpin down, and it's coming back, too, in March. So I'm definitely watching that. Yeah, but I think sometimes you got to switch it up a little bit. You tried this way. It didn't work out. Let somebody else do something else like that. You still the head coach, but take your hands off a little bit. You got a little too much on your plate. You got macaroni, you got cornbread, you got sweet potatoes, you got chicken, you got all that on your plate. You got enough on your plate. Let somebody else eat something else. So, like, go ahead and hand it off. Get your macaroni to a different guy. Give your cornbread to somebody else. Let somebody else eat some stuff, too, as well to kind of help you a little bit because Coach Tomlin got a lot going on. I feel like he just focused mostly on just getting the guys ready, motivated, and teaching them, like, the schemes and everything like that. And like kind of be a hand-off approach when games time come. Kind of like John Harbaugh did. Harbaugh was calling a lot of different things at first. He brought in, of course, those offensive coordinators that made Lamar Jackson MVP. And we've seen the defensive coordinator as well that helped him out a lot too. So some coaches who are old school coaches, they want to be hands-on with everything. But I feel like Coach Tomlin to take a seat back and say, you know what? Let somebody else take over and see what happens. I think that can help out a lot for the Steelers team too. Let's see. What's the next question he had? The next question was, do you think Dak Prescott would be a good fit in Pittsburgh? That would be crazy. Now, I would have took Dak Prescott maybe a few years back before the big contract he had, and the Steelers were looking for a quarterback. And Dak Prescott was available. He was like, I think he was like 29 or something like that. He was available. I probably took him because I think our defense being built the way it was, and we had Deontay Johnson, we had George Pickens, Pat Freiermuth, Najee, Warren, and stuff like that. O-line was a little bad back then, but I would have took Dak Prescott back then. But now the big contract, I don't think Dak Prescott will be like $3 million last year. Like, you have the money to go out there and add these big pieces on offense. And in the offseason, you're probably going to pay Justin Fields maybe something. Nothing too crazy, probably. Maybe like $12 million a year like that for a 2-year deal for $24 million, maybe $12 million a year or something like around that range. Russ come back, you might have to pay him a lot, but I don't think they're going to bring Russ back. But it's kind of like, what we're doing, wasting our time. Let's go ahead and use some money to bring in some guys on offense. So we'll see what happens. Quarterback Skylar Thompson. I don't know why. I guess we just got him for the off season, for the practice squad stuff and the preseason stuff. But Skylar Thompson, yeah, he's not too good. Let's see the next question. What's the next question actually? Oh yeah, what moves the Steelers need to make to improve their roster? Basically, just add playmakers. And to win this league, you need playmakers. If you don't have any guys who are explosive on the outside, if you don't have players who are game changers, you can't win. As you see, the Steelers have enough. I always say we're good enough to get to the playoffs, but we're not great enough to win in the playoffs. I've been saying that. I said that from the beginning of the last year, and it's the same story this year as well. I was hoping, of course, I'm a Steelers fan. I want to see us succeed. And a lot of fans were saying like, "Oh, we're gonna get blown out and lose." I would never say that. I might say it's gonna be a tough task, but we got a chance. Every game starts 0-0, and we feel kind of short. In that Ravens game, of course, we had opportunities after opportunity in that game to tie the game up. Many times we missed opportunities because we just didn't have enough firing power on the outside. You add another receiver, you add some weapons, you add some depth at the offensive line position, you get your quarterback, and you get Justin Fields in. You cannot be conservative with Justin Fields. He has all this talent. He has the legs. He went 4-2 with us as a starter, 10 touchdowns to 1 turnover, I think, as well. And 4-2 as a starter, he was number one. He had us number one in AFC North. I know our points per game was a little lower with Justin Fields starting, but training wheels is on him. Like he couldn't do anything. They said they didn't want to let him throw the ball on the field too much too often. But when he made plays, when he had opportunity to make plays, he went out there and was game changing. So if you're gonna bring Justin Fields back, you gotta take the training wheels off of him. You gotta let him go out there and unleash like that. 'Cause I think he got a lot of talent, a lot of potential, especially if you add playmakers around him. Our defense is already good. We may need to add some depth pieces, maybe in the DBs, add a few DBs in the secondary, and maybe add a nose tackle, of course. You know, linebackers never hurt to have more, of course. But overall, our defense is good. The offense needs to be on par like that. So we add some weapons for Justin Fields to go out there and shine. I think it'd be nice. Said bring in Dobbs as QB3 would be great. Yeah, Josh Dobbs should have been. He should never left the Steelers. I guess he left for more opportunity, of course, outside. But Josh Dobbs was had some talent. We never really kind of tapped into that talent either. Because I know that 1 year with the Vikings, he was playing pretty good. I know he had some down moments after the surge kind of went off. But Josh Dobbs, was pretty solid too. So I wouldn't mind him being back too as well. Especially if he's our quarterback number 2. Because if Justin Fields come back, he's QB1. Josh Dobbs is 2. You never know. Now they bring back Russ and Fields. That'd be crazy. I don't know if they'd be able to do that money-wise like that. You might be in the same predicament. So you want to be able to spread the money out so you can add some receivers and add some pieces. But we'll see what happens. Okay, the next question is from Mark, Still Nation Australia. Mark, one of the founding members of this channel right here, Still Nation Syndicate channel. It said, who will our QB be? And that's a question, been asked a lot of times. Russell Wilson, is it going to be Justin Fields? Is it going to be, I seen Kirk Cousins, definitely not Kirk Cousins. I can tell you that right now. It will not be Kirk Cousins. I seen, of course, Aaron Rodgers. Definitely not Aaron Rodgers. It would not be Aaron Rodgers. If Aaron Rodgers is our quarterback, what's that little meaning keep popping up that he's saying, thank you fans, that they're going to pop that meaning up on the first game. Thank you fans for the season. We'll see you next year. Because Aaron Rodgers, he's a Hall of Famer, but he does not have it anymore. He does not have it at all. So hopefully no Kirk Cousins or Aaron Rodgers. We don't need any older quarterbacks who are broken down. We need to go young, fresh legs, get some guys who are game changers with the ball. He said, yeah, inconsistent running game, defensive doing their part, but offensively definitely need to work. Yes. He got an extra coach. Yeah, Dobbs is very good too, a good leader as well. People rave about him. I see him on a commercial too, that backup commercial about the progressive quarterbacks. That people like Jalen Moreau coming out of the draft. Jalen Moreau, I actually got a video coming on about him too as well. I had have a lot of draft analysis. That's on the Arsenal D.B. channel. It'll be coming out. Yeah, Jalen Moreau, he has potential. He got speed, athleticism, power, got a strong arm. But when you kind of look at it like, would you draft Jalen Moreau? Because he might be a first round pick, maybe first, second round pick. Would you draft Jalen Moreau when you have a guy like Justin Fields who can kind of do the same thing a little bit? It's like Justin Fields can do the same thing Jalen Moreau can do. So it's like, would you really draft him if he can do the same thing? I like Moreau, but I'm like, we might just go with Fields because we know what Fields is about, and he's only 2 years older than him like that too as well. So we kind of have to see. I would love for us to get a Shador or Cam Ward. Now, I would definitely jump the gun if those guys were like that right there, of course, for you. But those guys are going to be gone, probably top 5 picks, and you're not going to have a chance for that. But our quarterback position right now, I think Justin Fields might be the guy I like on the most. Kind of being a bridge guy. If he does emerge as a top-level guy, then you're good. You'll be like, okay, he emerged as a top-level guy. We can keep him around. But if he don't, you ain't going to pay him too much, nothing too crazy. We're going to hurt you badly like that. But knowing his play style, his potential, I think he's going to be very good for us to go out there and win some games for us. The running game was doing well when Fields was in, most because of his legs. Yes. The average was high. When Fields was in those first 6 games, we was rushing for like 140 yards a game because he was getting like 40 himself. And then, Najee Harris and Jalen Warren. Russell Wilson got in. The rushing did go down a little bit. And then it was still over 100 yards a game. But then at one point, like the last 6 games of the season, we could not run the ball like we wanted to like that. And like it was more of a thing. They wasn't like wanting to run the ball as well. For like to run the football, you gotta be a mentality. Whether you have the personnel or not, you gotta have the mentality and the will to be like, okay, I'm going to impose my will to move this guy against his will to create space for this big guy back behind me. But for some reason, they didn't want to do that, implement that a lot. Arthur Smith kept doing the outside pitches to Najee, which was not working at all. Najee is a north to south running back. He's a guy who needs to run through the A gap, run through the B gap. He's a guy who needs to get downhill like that. Not on the outside. The outside stuff is for Jalen Warren. You toss the ball to the outside of him, let him go out there and cook. And actually, it was funny too. I've been doing a lot of studying because I'm becoming a coach as well. Not a high level coach. I'm coaching kids in football, flag football. I'm an offensive coordinator. I'm gonna be the offensive coordinator. I'm definitely be recording that for the channel as well. on the Arsenal D.B channel. So be on the lookout for that. So I've been making playbooks. I've been looking at different things and kind of simplistic things for the kids to do and stuff as well. We can get things started. I think the season starts I think it's like in April or something like that. So it's coming up too. So I'm definitely recording that. It's gonna be funny. I'm gonna be offensive coordinator. So that gonna be clean. So I'm getting ready. I'm getting ready. I'm not gonna try to be. I'm gonna be way better than Matt Canada, and way better than Redden Fitner as well. Okay, the last question we have on here is D.B. Marcus Butler. He asked who the Steelers should keep and who the Steelers should tell to get the F out. I think the keepers, I made a video about this, I think, a few weeks back. The keepers, for me, I like Fields, I like Najee, and I like Landon Roberts as well. James Daniels will be nice to keep, but he's coming off of Achilles tear, so you don't know how he's going to look fully. And when he was playing, he didn't allow a sack in 3 years, so he was very good. But he coming off of Achilles tear, so I don't know exactly how he's going to look fully. And the money price and the asking price might be lower, so we'll see exactly what happens. It said, Coach Arsenal. Yes, I'm going to be coach. I'm going to be Coach Arsenal. I'm gonna be Coach Arsenal in a few months like that. I'm gonna be offensive coordinator for the flag football team for the kids. I think it's what 12-year-olds. It's like 11, 12, or something like that. I think he said they have different age groups. I think we're doing like 10, 11, 12, or 12, 13, 14, around that range. So it's gonna be the kids. I'm gonna be coaching them as a flag football coach, offensive coordinator. That's gonna be funny. I'm definitely gonna have a lot of trick plays in there. You know, I've been studying different offenses. But I think we definitely keep Najee, Justin Fields, Atlanta Roberts, maybe James Daniels, depending on how his health is and how everything goes. Those kind of my keepers right there. So overall, that's basically all the questions I have from this right here. And the draft is coming up was it April the 24th, which would be very cool. And next year the Steelers gonna have a draft. They're gonna host the draft. It's gonna be Steelers hosting the draft in Pittsburgh, and I will definitely be there in person. So if you guys in Pittsburgh, I'm gonna be there in person. I'm gonna be there in person for sure. I'm gonna be there hosting the stuff. I know people be saying in the comment section like, "Oh, you're not even from Pittsburgh. How you know what the Steelers?" I haven't seen one of those yet, but people always say stuff like that. They say that to Mark all the time. They be saying, "You're not even from Pittsburgh. How you know about the Steelers? You can be from anywhere and you can know about the team like that." It's fans all around. People in Germany, people in Australia, Japan, people who watch football all around. Like that, it's a global sport like that. And that's why football is an amazing sport. You know, they have people from different cultures, different races, different religions come together and for one prize, to go out there and win a championship. So that'd be very cool. That'd be very cool to watch. And I love football. So I'm gonna be out there in person, seeing all the cool stuff in Pittsburgh. I gotta try to Roethlisberger. I've been to a lot. I've been to Florida, Oklahoma, of course, a lot of southern states, Mississippi, in California and stuff like that. But I've never been to Pittsburgh though. I've never been to Pittsburgh. I need to go to Pittsburgh. I'm gonna be there next year. I might go twice because this year I want to go to a game in Pittsburgh. So I'm gonna see. I might go to a game in Pittsburgh. I'll find one of the games in the season. Not when it's too cold. I might go to an early game, maybe in September or something. I don't want to go when it's too cold. I might go to the game this year in Pittsburgh, and then next year go to the draft thing as well. That'd be very cool like that. I'm gonna try to make it in 2026. I'm avoiding the fires in SoCal. Oh yeah. The SoCal fires, like that. Prayers up to the people. Yeah, the fires are going crazy. I seen some of the videos. The fires are just everywhere like that. I seen one thing that would have been very helpful too. I seen like China use it before. They use this like drone to carry water and to drop it. They might have to invest in some of that here. But the fires is all around. It was everywhere. People lost their home. I think it's like a lot of, I think like billions of dollars of damage like that. Took out a whole like crazy amount of acres like that of people's homes getting destroyed and burned down. A lot of people keep saying too, the fans get my nerves with that. He's saying, you guys are rich, you can just buy it again. It's not about the buying the house again. They have valuable stuff in there. You know, it's like your home was like, that's your home like that you go to, your privacy and everything there. So you have valuable stuff, maybe pictures that you can't recreate. You can't recreate moments and certain things that you had in your house. So people keep saying that, talking about, oh, you can just buy it again. You can just go and buy it. You cannot buy it again. It's like something that's just memorable. So you should feel like, sympathy for people like losing all their stuff, like losing all your belongings and your personal things and stuff as well. But hopefully the fires, they're right there. Everything gets situated. Everything goes well for those people. But yeah, I definitely go to travel to Pittsburgh. I definitely go to Pittsburgh for the one time. Well, for twice. Like that. Hopefully I can do that. That'd be clean. But I'm trying to get something going though fully with the creators. If we might start talking about it this year. I know me and Mark discussed it last year we was discussing like we should do like a no, we all gonna be out there, of course, try to be out there for the draft stuff, but we should all do like some type of like get together thing where we all streaming and all recording our stuff and like watching the draft as well. So we'll be out there the first day. The first day the draft will be, of course, everybody be out there in person for the first round. And maybe second round too as well. But in the later rounds like that, when they do the other rounds like fourth round to seventh round, we maybe can have a little party like that and watching the draft stuff, talking, and maybe playing some Madden or something, doing something very cool like that, and have people, supporters, everybody come like there, try to rent a place out and have some stuff. That'd be clean. Yeah, but we'll have to see exactly when we get everything situated. But this is all I have. Oh, this is a stick. This is all I have, of course, for this video. If you guys are watching it after, go ahead and leave a like and subscribe. If you're watching it now, leave a like and subscribe. Thank everybody for joining in. Jer, Miss Classy, Paris, and people who ask questions, Paranormal, in the Fun House, Mark, MDB, and the two friends, and many more people who will watch after, of course, as well. You said flag football. Yeah, flag football. Oh, yeah. Flag football. Yeah, that'd be cool, too. We should actually, because we're going to be there. I'm trying to go there the whole week. So if I go there like most of the week like that, or like the whole week, because the draft is on Thursday, I go there like come in there like on Tuesday, and then maybe have a flag football game on Wednesday. Have everybody out there. That'd be clean. That'd be clean right there. Have everybody out there in the flag football game right there. To play all the creators, people who watch the channel as well, like that, supporters and everything, everybody out there playing. We could do creators versus supporters and then mix it up too as well. That'd be clean too. So we have to get everything situated. It's a year from now, so we have to get things done. But yeah, appreciate it, Jer. This is my only video for today. I might make a video. I might make one later today if I see anything else. I haven't seen really a lot of news, but definitely tomorrow I got something coming very important by another player we can potentially draft. So be on the lookout for that. But I'll see you guys when I see you. Peace out.